I first started photography like 2 years ago when I started college. I'd never really done it before. I'd always done, sport or dance. So when I started at college, I took dance, PE and photography, and throughout my time at college I sort of collaborated the idea of sports photography and using dance in my photography, so looking at movement, levels, that sort of thing, and motifs. When it came to choosing a degree, I first started looking at taking a dance course. However, I thought it would be more of an interesting sort of lifestyle to get into photography. It would take me to more places, maybe take me further in life. When I was younger, I was a dancer, and I'm greatly influenced by a photographer called Barbara Morgan, who is an American dance photographer. I grew up in Cheshire, so I have grown up around countryside, so I like landscape photography. But when I moved to the city, I got more into street fashion photography and working around the cities because models are more accessible and there's just better places to photograph. I think there's both pros and cons to working in the countryside and in the city because you can get very different styles of photography, like landscape in the countryside, and then you get a more urban vibe from working in the city. Feminism is an ongoing discussion in today's society, and previously photography has been used to objectify women. However, I think it's such a big platform that I think it could be used to empower women. I think technology is ever changing, and it's really hard to keep up to date with it. Personally, I use social media such as Pinterest to help me produce ideas, learn about other photographers and that sort of thing. And I think I am still quite a young photographer, and I'm only really learning some styles of photography at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to broadening my horizons, I guess, on ideas and different styles of photography and that sort of thing, and also collaborating with other people. But I think younger photographers should try and get out as much as they can and just shoot as much as they can and really build ideas for their future. I don't really know where I want my future to go. I just know that I want to experience as much as I can and travel as much as I can with my work. I want to learn as many different styles of photography to find out which photography style really suits my work. I find portrait photography most interesting. I really like working with different styles of lighting when I work with models and seeing what I can do, what shapes I can create on people's faces. I also like fashion photography and street fashion photography, so when I moved to the city it became a lot easier to work in that style of photography. Sometimes I like shooting at night time and creating light trails with long exposures. I think that they create really interesting images. I hope photography does remain massively in my future. However, I would like to go back to my dance past and maybe collaborate the two together again.